All right, so let's go to Les Mis. You know,
back to Les Mis. All right.
You know, we are 25 minutes in.
Are we?
Yeah, we are. Like, see right there.
Is this
Anyway, I might cut some out. I might take out our Terminator conversation and just make that the trailer. Like, here's the cutscenes.
Oh,
anyway, so what has been your experience with Les Mis as like a whole show?
All right. Well, I had seen Les Mis when, again, Triple CT. I mentioned that a lot.
Yeah.
When Triple CT did it, I believe in 2012, maybe. Edited.
I don't know.
I
don't know this stuff.
I really don't know. But I didn't remember anything about it because I wasn't paying attention really. And that was my first experience with Les Mis. Didn't remember anything about it. And before I auditioned for Headliners, or it's like a few weeks after I auditioned for Headliners, I borrowed the movie from a friend of mine, watched it, and was like, oh, okay. And this was after I auditioned for Les Mis for CTM.
Oh, okay.
Was it? Yes, it was.
Do you want me to edit this in also?
Yeah,
just write like a little title. Yes, yes, it was.
It was. So I didn't know who I was going for really. I knew I wanted Javert.
Best way to get Javert, walk into the audition and say, "Hey, I'm up for Javert."
Who is Javier? Like, who is this man? Javert.
Who is Casate?
Juan Beljuan? Who is that? That's the running joke. Les Miserables.
Les Miserables.
I'm here to audition for... And there's a character that is played by Lucas Minerding.
Guy hit by cart? Or...
His name is Fauchelevent, I believe. But we couldn't pronounce it for the first couple weeks. It was like Fauchelevent. So that's another running joke. But Juan Beljuan is a big one. And Javier.
Is that one of the names of the peas from VeggieTales?
I don't...
Wait, no, it's Philippe and Jean-Claude.
Jean-Claude?
Yeah, Philippe, Jean-Claude.
They're French. They're not
Keep
Spanish.
walking. But you want... Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do.
Keep walking. For you.
Gosh.
VeggieTales.
VeggieTales was my childhood, honestly.
Same!
That was a really loud high five.
Yeah, like, I always have, like, a high five. Like, you can always tell where the high five is. Just, like,
Oh, yeah. It's on the... It's like...
You know, like,
spikes.
right next to the Brighton's Blood, the Lion, and the TARDIS.
Yeah. Sorry, Brighton.
He's not responding.
That's really bad.
I'm gonna have Brighton on the show one day. It's like, hey, look, you're alive! Yay!
For those of you who don't know, Brighton Hummer is, like, the most...
He was.
He was. Rest in peace.
Oh, no silence.
Bless his soul.
Moment over.
Okay. He was,
Was.
He was.
Is or was ever gone.
Bring me down.
No one mourns the wicked.
Stop it. We don't mourn you. Go home. You're drunk. Go home.
Listen, honey, no one's gonna put any flowers on your grave. I mean, like, Kayla's not gonna sing to you. So, like, Kayla, like, you know the running joke, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So, Brighton, what were you saying about Brighton?
Brighton Hummer. Something about him. I just wanted to give him a shout out because I love you so much. And
Well, he's over here.
I love you so much. That's all I have to say.
Right.
He's one of the most lovable
He is!
you'll ever meet because he's super nice and
He's super talented, too. Well, he was.
yeah, he was very talented. Bless his soul.
I was about to do the cross backwards. Is that like...
Side of the cross.
Do I even cross?
On your back. Turn around. Just...
like a giant tattoo of a cross there. Anyway.
Boom, boom. Yeah,
So,
Hummer.
Les Mis.
Back to Les Mis again.
So,
what's the
okay,
question?
continue.
Oh.
Is there anything else you wanted to
my
add?
experience with... Oh, yeah, experience with Les Mis. Big tangent. No, before I saw the movie, I didn't realize how... Even after I saw the movie, I didn't realize how depraved the people that it portrays really are.
Yeah.
And it's it's a big wake up as far as like French Revolution history, and how low of the earth, the scum of the earth were. Not saying that they all were, but like the Thénardiers. Yikes.
That's actually who I'd like to be in Les Mis.
It's a great part. It's
yeah,
so
it is.
Fun.
Yeah, and like everyone else is just like, life's the worst. Life's the worst. I'm the best.
And then Eponine dies.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Well, everyone dies.
Everyone dies.
The sequel to Les Mis is just a graveyard.
Les Mis 2 is just...
Every so often someone walks through.
Just an hour of graveyard
No,
footage.
3 hours, to make it like true Les Mis fashion.
It's just as good as the first one.
It's just as long as the first one. Oh yeah, the other day, like during the bicentennial, my mom said, you have to walk here from the library. You can either like take the long way around the street, or you can take the cemetery. And it's like, this is the setup to a Scooby-Doo episode. Gosh. I actually told her, not the cemetery. Not the cemetery, Scoob.
Oh, Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo's the best. That'd also make an interesting musical.
I thought it was.
Like, it might be. I'm not sure.
Maybe. That's something
Somebody look that up. Because I've got enough to look up and come up with, like, a witty thing for him.
There's so many things, like, childhood things that could be musicals.
Yeah, and, like, I think, like, that's just what brings, like, the box office in. Because, like, seeing stuff on Broadway is expensive. So, like, people are going to go for something that's, like, well-known at least.
Yeah. And, like, Terminator. But, okay, funny story. I come home from work, like, 2 nights ago, and my sister's on the computer. She's watching Blue's Clues. My sister's, like, 10 years old. I'm like, honey, what are you doing? And
did she say she had, like, 3 clues up around the house and, like, why she's doing it?
I think it was Steve looking for, or he was sick, trying to figure out what would make him better. Chicken noodle soup. Spoiler.
Along with everyone dies.
But Blue just gets murdered.
And Darth Vader is Luke's father. The tests came back. It's confirmed.
When it comes to being Luke's father, yes. I botched that reference. It's a reference to some law thing or whatever. That was not it. But I feel like just childhood memories that would just spark good theater. That would be horrible. Blue's Clues, the musical? No.
Well, it already kind of is musical because, like, they're musical episodes.
Blue's gotta do Weekend 2, and then, like...
Mail time!
Mail time, mail time, mail
Oh, well, like the internet now, I feel really bad for the mailbox. It's like, mail time! Oh, it's over.
Wait, what?
Like, mail time! Oh, I already checked my inbox.
Oh. You just gotta... Mail time's so much fun. It's so much fun to sing, too, like, if you get a good group of singers. I'm not speaking from experience.
Okay, challenge for those of all 19 subscribers who watch this. Or, like, go up to your mailman when he gives you the mail. Mail time! Here's the mail that never fails. It makes me want to wag my tail. Mail!
When it comes, I want to wail. Mail. It's got to be
Get
the right
words
key,
right.
though. Do you hear that? It's mail time. Just go up to your, like, mailman. You hear that? It's mail time. They look at you like, what? Like, yeah, this is what I do. No, please don't do that. We'll get reports.
Or do whatever.
We won't get reports.
Like, we won't because we just made a suggestion online. You're the one who carried it out.
We're not incorporated, though.
Yeah, well, I'm not incorporated.
YouTube's incorporated. I wonder if that carries over.
Well, like, I doubt it because of, like, how much, like, there's 500 hours uploaded to YouTube every minute.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's 500 hours every minute are uploaded to YouTube. So they can't really be held responsible for the videos. They're just like a platform. Same way how like Facebook can't really get sued.
Right, and Google.
Yeah.
Well, Facebook does get sued though.
Well, they get sued, but that's just more for like their own personal problems.
Yeah.
That's a you problem, not an
Sorry, Facebook.
I actually still love Facebook. Facebook
is good for news.
Like news and being organized and like if you want to like
and birthdays. That's
it. Oh yeah, as of shooting this episode, happy birthday Victoria Shields.
Happy birthday Victoria Shields.
Do you know Victoria?
I do know Victoria.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she was in Headliners.
She was in Headliners and Horizons of Gold, which I'll have to talk about that in a second. She was in Horizons of Gold, and I thought that was the first time I met her back in 2012. 13? Yeah. But she showed me a picture during that time of she and me and her, I don't know, on stage. I was like 3 or 4 for some like musical camp. We were on stage together. She's like, "Oh, John Kenniv, look at this." I was like, "Oh,
Oh yeah.
okay."
Some people still go like a couple people actually like went up to me like, do you know Morgan Reese?
Yes.
Like I don't know
She's
her
in
like very
Les Mis.
well at all. Oh, she's in Les Mis too.
She's in Les Mis.
Is she Madame Thénardier?
Thénardier?
Oh, whoever it is.
Yes.
Oh
She was
my
also
God.
in Headliners. She
Like-
played Fontaine in Headliners and did an excellent job. Good job.
Like Morgan Reese, like she actually went up to me like like in like years ago we were like Venus flytraps in like the Frog Prince. I was like, what? Whoa! Like it blows my mind because I was like in first grade and like some people like still remember that. Like that's crazy. I thought I was the only one who did that.
I don't even know what that was.
Oh, like you probably weren't in it, but
No.
yeah, because it was MCT. Like
Okay.
you know CTM, MCT, triple CTE, CMT.
Okay.
Guys, get new acronyms. I love you all and your shows are great, but seriously, could you at least have a meeting or something?
Yikes.
You're gonna call ourselves this. Please do not take your name.
Okay, you can't have one letter similar. If like
You can have one letter similar, not two.
just one. Yes. Okay.
Just one.
Theater is the only like, well, children and theater. Like you have to have children, I guess sometimes.
Like sometimes.
And then
Sometimes
Nation-
it's Cincinnati. Sometimes it's community. Sometimes.
That's no good.
Yeah, this is just hard.
But
So-
like, if your acronym is the same 3 letters as every other like theater in the area, you have problems.
Yeah.
Like
pretty-
I'm sure in Madison, Wisconsin, that's the same problem. Like whenever I look up children's theater in Mason, I get children's theater of Madison.
Yeah, me
like,
too.
When I try to go to the website, and it's annoying.
So I might
Back
just
to the question.
I might just split this up into 2 episodes because like I usually like just air a trailer and do that.
Sweet.
I might just like split it in half. So
Horizons of Gold. I need to plug that.
Horizons of Gold.
Horizons of Gold, really quick. So my mom is a director, and I'm unabashedly giving her a plug right now. There you go. She wrote a musical based on the biblical book of Ruth called Horizons of Gold. It takes place in 1930s and 40s Kansas during the Dust Bowl. And it's about a Mexican immigrant who her parents are deported, or she's not an immigrant, but her parents are immigrants. Her parents are deported in California, and she travels back to Goodland, Kansas, which actually exists, which is really ironic. Goodland, Kansas, and they just got completely decimated during the Dust Bowl. So we're looking for awesome theaters to do our show. You really don't need to be awesome. You just need to be a theater to do the show. You can go to inspiringartsgroup.com and check their website out, and they got a bunch of trailers and stuff about that. So that's my plug of the day.
I'll put a link in the description
Sweet.
of the video.
Awesome.
And if it ever gets put on, let me know because I'd love to do an episode on it. So yeah.
Well, I know one theater in Chicago. A semi-professional theater in Chicago is doing it next fall. They're doing 14 performances.
Whoa, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And I believe that's the only theater at this point who is doing it. So yeah, that's my plug.
Awesome. I'll put send me a link to the thing so I can put it in the description.
Okay.
So cool. And
Back to Les Mis.
yes. So so without spoilers, because this is kind of might get me in trouble. But if it is, then I'll just cut it out because we don't have enough content already. So So without spoilers, what makes this version of Les Mis different?
Well, okay. I'd like to mention Dirk Doberreiner at this point.
We'll talk about him next.
Right.
Maybe like two
but
episodes from now.
This does make a difference. So Dirk Doberreiner has this intense love for realism on stage.
Thomas Hooper, the guy who did the Les Mis movie and King's Speech, and kind of
like him.
Yeah.
I guess I don't.
I'm a movie reference person. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I've never met him.
Went
So
over my head.
seems like a cool guy.
But Dirk Doberreiner loves realism, so all that I'll say is that the fight scenes and the death scenes are going to be extremely realistic.
People are gonna actually die.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
I freaking love dying though. Like it's one of the most fun things. To
I'm not dead yet.
Message for you, sir. I must take you back. No, go on. Really, I'm fine. Go on. Monty Python reference.
He'll be dead by Thursday.
So yeah, I love falling off the barricade dead. Like it's so much fun, honestly. Now they're not saying that he doesn't censor some of the stuff because it is still children's theater.
And Lovely Ladies is a song.
It is a song. No, it's really not that bad. Yikes!
Yowza!
I'm gonna get the hat that has yikes like on the front and like wear it backwards, and whenever I say yikes, which I say a lot, yikes! I know Caleb.
That'd be so funny.
Caleb Redslob, who was in Broadway Headliners, that's how I know him, who is just insanely talented. He had one, and he said the yikes a lot, and I got it from him, so thank you, Caleb. Okay, going back to... So, yeah, it's going to be extremely realistic, but censored.
Yeah.
Although it is recommended for ages 12 and up, I believe.
Yeah.
So, like, it's PG-13, basically.
Yeah. Well, it's a show about the French Revolution. People die, just in the content. So, unless you got, in the 1960s Batman, pow, zap, pow, yikes, yowza.
And, there's curse words, and so that's kind of attributes to it. But it's a great show, and I don't think that should stop you from coming.
No,
I don't know. Adults probably wouldn't stop adults. But
I think it's pretty safe that everyone at least has heard of Les Mis.
Right.
And good parents do their research. Anyways.
Do they though?
Oh yeah, I've heard stories about how people thought that Avenue Q was.
Oh no!
Because puppets.
I know Spencer Berta, who is a very good friend of mine. Not in Les Mis, he was in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. That's how I know him. He said his first the first show that he saw was for his 8th birthday. And he was in Chicago, I believe. I might be botching the story, but they went and saw Jersey Boys.
That's not that bad though.
It's not that bad, but he was 8 and
I feel like that would have just went right over my head. There was nothing awful in it.
Okay, that's true, but I don't know.
Oh. Well, I feel like being in Chicago. Actually, for a second I thought Cabaret. I feel like that'd be a worse show to see at 8. Whoa, that should be an episode. Just terrible shows to see as a kid.
Ooh, that'd be good content.
Yeah, that'd be a good episode. If I can't get anyone from Highlands for Little Shop to do it, that'll probably what I do in this place, or just talk to someone about Little Shop as a show.
Right.
So,
Water time.
So kind of talking about Les Mis as a show and how everyone at least knows what it is. What do you think made Les Mis a musical phenomenon?
Well, besides its singular chord structure,
like in the Marriage of Figaro, which we took forever.
Right, Marriage of Figaro, which is by Mozart. I'll say composed by Mozart, because that's more professional, I guess. At the very end of the show, all the characters are all their songs are layered, just in One Day More in Les Mis at the end of Act 1. So all the different songs are layered together into one song, which is really cool. But not a lot of shows do it. I know in West Side Story at the end of Act 1 they do it.
They kind of do it in Shrek.
Kind of.
Not really. They kind of have to. But I love the ending of Shrek. The first act. That song is so perfect.
I like the music in Shrek.
Shrek's a great musical. Anyway, so I have not worked with Dirk. I've never met him, but he seemed his vision is just the biggest scope out there.
Yeah.
So what makes Dirk different besides what we are talking about realism than other directors you've worked with?
Well, okay.
And having a director as a mom.
Yes. Ooh. Okay, Dirk. First of all, being a guy, that contributes to a lot of the difference. Not in a sexist way at all, I guess, but just
they just think men and women think differently.
Yeah, Dirk never gets angry, and he never gets too passionate, I guess. No, Dirk. Where are we cutting from?
I don't know. I'll figure it out.
What are we talking about?
So Dirk is a director. He likes realism on stage.
He loves realism. He has this very cool energy. I'll say he's very chilled and laid back. Very sarcastic. His humor is very sarcastic. I love that about him. He's so funny. But I think his biggest attribute that really, like, or two things that really make his shows awesome are he is an excellent technical director. He knows what he's doing, and he almost directs more towards that side, and kind of lets actors do what they want. I mean, he'll correct us, but like he lets the actors bring out their own character, which I think is really cool. But he focuses on the technical side, I'll say, which he does a great job at. He also tries to get as close to Broadway quality shows in children's theater as he can. So he's always striving for excellence and pushing us as actors for excellence in the shows. So I think that's a couple reasons why Dirk is just such a great director, and he produces really good shows.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I've never been a part of CTM, so like it's a little weird for me to like critique what Acting Up does because I'm like a part of them and they're part of my peers. So like I only see CTM as the shows I see like every fall and spring, and like I love all of them. They're like huge and they're huge spectacles.
Yeah.
Like that's what Broadway is.
And they have a very large budget, I'll say, for everything that they do, which is
it shows. They have like
because every show they just like take the profit that they make, and I don't know.
We don't.
I
speak
think
on
they
behalf
take
of CTM.
we don't speak for CTM. The profit that they make, it all just keeps on accumulating show after show after show. So Les Mis is kind of like huge budget. Basically, they're just spending a lot of stuff on it.
I bet.
Yeah, it's gonna be really cool. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang had like, I won't say specifically what the budget was because I don't know if I should or not.
Whatever.
But it had a pretty good, decent sized budget, I'll say. And it turned out really well. Like the costumes are always top notch. And the freaking car, like that was cool.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Like it moved, and I will say it was kind of finicky and very fragile.
Well,
but
like anything technical.
It wasn't a real car, but
oh god,
it was
that.
Really...
That just makes the show like a bajillion times worse. It wasn't a real car, really. You couldn't afford the real car. You just said you had such high budgets.
We just go to like the junkyard, pick out like this truck, like a pickup truck. This is Chitty. We're gonna like paint it, and then that's it. Like we're gonna put like an electric motor.
Oh my gosh! What if you guys do like a modernized version to hang like
it's like a Mustang,
machine guns on the sides? It's
why
a transformer.
I was gonna say, why would that be modernized?
Modernized.
Yeah. Like,
my name is Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. I am here to protect you from the Decepticons. Because he sounds like Sean Connery, apparently. You know what I'd love to hear Sean Connery say?
What?
Association.
Association. No, okay, so funny story. My sister asked me, John, why do you always carry a gun around the house? And I said, to defend myself from Decepticons. She laughed, I laughed, the toaster laughed, I shot the toaster. It was a good time. That didn't actually happen.
For a second, I was like, that's how you start a story. So why do you carry a gun around the house?
That was a joke. Yeah. There you go.
All right.